Do you know what's crazy? The older I get, the more I realize that peace doesn't come from getting everything that you want. No, it doesn't come from getting everything that you have wanted or you have needed. It comes from not needing everything you want. That's the real flex. Detachment. And don't get me wrong, I don't mean being cold, emotionless, or pretending not to care about the people close to you or about the people who aren't even close to you. I mean, learning how to care without losing yourself. That's what I actually mean. So, today we're going to be talking about the power of detachment. What does it really mean? How does it quietly change the horoscope of your life? And how to actually practice it in a world that romanticizes obsession at every cost? We need to know that detachment is not indifference, it's actually emotional maturity. A lot of people hear detachment and automatically their brain just flashes, oh, it means being numb or not caring at all. But detachment is really about emotional control. It's when you stop letting every little thing outside of you dictate how you actually feel on the inside. You can love someone deeply and still not lose your peace when they are distant. Yeah, you can want that job, that apartment, that dream lifestyle. Oh, you want that house, but you don't spiral or completely crash out when it doesn't come when you want it. And we need to know that that's actually power. Because when you're too attached, you give all your power away. You start chasing, you start forcing, you start begging, you start overthinking every little thing to the T. And that's how you end up drained, fully drained. So detachment says, I can want it, but I don't need it to feel whole. It's not my entire life. Yes, I want it, but I don't need it to be who I am. It doesn't define my personality through and through. And that's the kind of energy that makes people and opportunities come to you, trust me. Now, the second one on the list is that you have to stop mistaking intensity for connection. And that is where a lot of people get it wrong. When you learn detachment, you actually stop romanticizing chaos, all the chaotic things that happen in your life. You actually realize that constant overthinking, anxiety, or highs and low with someone isn't actually deep love, it's just emotional addiction. And because that person is always in your face. True connection actually feels calm, it actually gives you peace. It's peaceful, it's mutual, and it's respectful, and in some sort of ways, adventurous because you get to do adventures with that person. But guess what? When you're attached, you start chasing highs. The validation, the attention, the good morning text like it's oxygen. Oh, you're immediately completely sensitive. I mean, it's not bad to be sensitive, but you completely overthink every single thing. Oh, why is this like this? I think this person was thinking this way. That's why he sent this. I think this way the person is feeling this way about me. That's why you just overthink things out of the blue. But when you detach, you see things clearly. You stop confusing efforts with alignment. You stop accepting crumbs because you're no longer starving. Yeah, clock it. Number three, detachment protects your self worth. How do you feel? So here's the thing, attachment usually comes from fear of losing out, FOMO, fear of being replaced, fear of not being enough or not being seen like you're enough or not being good enough to a certain person for a certain job or for a certain position. And when you live in that energy is completely chaotic, is mind boggling. When you live in that kind of energy, everything just starts to feel personal. And you shouldn't live in the world like that. No, you shouldn't live in the world always so on guard. Like if somebody says something, oh my God, that was an attack on my person and all of that. They didn't reply you, you completely crash out. You spiral. You don't eat for 3 days. You're on a manhunt. Someone got an opportunity you wanted. Before you know, you compare yourself. What does that person have that I don't have? I'm not good enough. Something ends, you feel like you fail. You feel like you're the one at fault. But guess what? When you master detachment, you understand that nothing meant for me will ever miss me without me taking proper actions to get it. So you stop begging for closure and you start becoming the closure yourself. You move different when your worth isn't attached to other people's behaviors, because guess what? You know your self-worth and you wear it on your sleeves. And if everybody wants to mess around with you, that's their business. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do with the kind of person that they are. Number 4, detachment makes you magnetic. Like people are just so drawn to you. There's this aura around you, like a complete physical force field around you. You've probably noticed this. When you stop chasing, things actually start chasing you. People, whether it be money, opportunities, they just flow in when you're not gripping them so tightly, when you're not on your neck. Why? Because detachment is the energy of trust. When you're detached, you're not frantic, you're not desperate, you're not sending 3 follow-ups after one text. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but you just let loose. You're not trying to prove yourself. Not at all. You're not trying to over-explain yourself. You're not trying to, be the one to make peace when clearly you're not the problem. You're just being. And that's when you become magnetic. People feel safe around someone who's not constantly seeking validation or constantly trying to bring down others. They want to be in your orbit because your peace is completely rare to be around with. When they see you, they just say, there's something about you that I'm just so attracted to. The way you just make me feel comfortable, the way your presence is just like a safe heaven for me to air out my views, to say whatever it is that I want to say. Number 5, detachment actually teaches you how to receive. A lot of people have problems with receiving. They are giving and giving and giving, but never receiving. When you are attached, you try to control every single thing, every channel of distribution. You try to control it. You're always thinking, what's next? What if it doesn't work out? What if I lose it? What if it does work out? What if you don't lose? And that constant control mode completely blocks your ability to receive. When you're detached, you trust your timing. You trust it because God has got your back. You let things unfold naturally with proper actions. You stop chasing and you just actually start attracting because your presence is magnetic, so it attracts. And that's when the right person calls, the right idea hits, and the right execution plan comes through. The right opportunity lands because you finally made space for it. Now, here's how to practice detachment. This is the part most people miss out on because detachment is not like a switch. Oh, I'm just going to switch it on and switch it off. It's actually a skill and it's something that you have to practice daily. You must start observing instead of reacting. You have to stop being reactive towards everything. When something triggers you, you don't need to spiral, you don't need to crash out. Because when you crash out immediately, everybody knows, oh, she's so predictable. If this happens, this is how she'll react. Watch your reaction. Ask yourself, why does this bother me so much? Why does this pain me so much? Everybody has emotions. You're completely free to feel emotions, but sometimes not everything needs to be felt so publicly where everybody can see. And when you ask yourself these deep questions, that's when you actually build emotional awareness. You have to let people show you who they are. Don't force connections. Don't force friendships. Friendship is not by force, it's by choice. Just observe patterns. Detachment helps you accept reality without trying to rewrite it. You're not trying to make excuses for this person. Take it as it is. If this person shows you this is how they actually are, take it that way. Detachment, reconnect with yourself. To learn detachment, you have to reconnect with yourself. This is important because you are the person in the orbit right now. You have to learn to spend time alone. Some people find it so hard to have alone time, but it's very important for your sanity, for the way you move mentally. You have to spend time alone. You have to learn to journal. Write what are you thinking? Express yourself. Go for walks. Remember who you are without your job title, your relationship, or your phone in your hand. Who are you really without all these things? And you have to trust the bigger picture. If something didn't work out, it's not rejection, it's redirection. It's God's redirection. That mindset alone will save you years of stress. Why didn't I get this? I was meant to get it. Okay, you didn't get it at that point. And so what? Life moves on. There are so much more opportunities ahead of you that you will get or you have got. Number 7, what does detachment look like in real life? It looks like you stop begging for clarity. You're not begging for clarity. You read the silence. Okay, is this how it's gonna be? Alright, fine. I've read it. I know the patterns. It looks like you not over explaining yourself at every given chance because your peace is most important to you, not their peace, your peace. When you're at peace, then you can bother about other people. You stop chasing because what's yours will align effortlessly by God's divine timing. And guess what? Detachment does not mean you do not care. You still care. You still love deeply, wholeheartedly. You just don't cling. That's the balance. Okay? So the power of detachment is not about closing your heart. Oh, you're so surface level. Your heart is completely blocked and all of that. No, it's not about that. It's about protecting your peace over drama, over chaos, over what does not concern you. It's knowing when to completely let go. It's knowing when to talk. It's knowing when to release. And it's knowing when to pause. Oh no, I'm not meant to react this way. No, I can't give them the upper hand against me. And it's knowing when to trust that what's meant for you can never pass you by. Because God has always got your back. Because when you finally stop forcing things, you will just notice that life flows freely. You're so happy. You're joyful. You can actually experience things from a positive standpoint. And that's when you realize that detachment is not about losing anything at all. It's about gaining yourself. And that's it. And that's the power of what detachment. If this video completely resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to leave a comment what this opened your eyes to see. And don't forget to share it with someone who's holding on too tight right now. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe. We love you over here and see you in our next video. Bye, lovelies.